Hey there, Project Pros. I thought we'd have a little fun with scheduling today using a trick that I picked up, kind of stealing from a concept of critical chain methodology. Now, in my world of ERPs, we very often have drop dead dates or milestones that can't be moved. So, for example, I might have testing kickoff as a big milestone in the schedule that simply cannot be moved. And to achieve that milestone, I'm getting in trouble with the break room for stealing all the coffee creamer, but I have to write the test scripts, right, to be ready for testing. I have to make sure that the data is in place and that the code that we're going to be testing is also in place. And I think what a lot of us do traditionally, pretending this is a Gantt chart, right, of our scheduled items, maybe some of them are shorter in duration than others, right, or they're not necessarily perfectly aligned, but we kind of butt them up against this drop dead date of testing kickoff. Slide these back there so you can see what we're doing. So testing kickoff, right? What we want to introduce from critical chain is this concept of buffer. And what we're going to do is use this concept of a buffer to communicate clearly with our sponsors and our stakeholders how things are going. So let me demonstrate. Instead of butting up our work against the milestone itself, we're going to insert, we'll say in this example, just 5 working days, 1 week. Okay, and then all of our work in the Gantt chart is going to butt up against that. And I understand, again, some of them are going to have different durations, and that's totally fine. Now what we're going to do is the work over here starts to execute, and maybe people need to go out sick, or we have a setback with environments, and things are just going to happen. Life happens, and that's totally normal. What you'll be able to show your sponsors in a dashboard every week is how much of the buffer is being consumed. And remember, things change. Some teams are going to have great weeks, and some of them are going to have tough weeks, right? And your end dates for various streams, if you will, are going to modulate. And what we want to watch is that red, yellow, green consumption of buffer, right? You may even have good fortune and things go really, really well, and you even have more buffer than you started with. The reason this is such a great dashboard is you can throw up a red flag, hey, I need help. And I bet you, because I've had great experience with this, that your sponsors are going to be able to, instead of be reactive, going to be able to help you out. Sure thing, let me help you with hiring. Maybe you need extra testers. No problem, you guys, if you want me to authorize the overtime this one time, we don't want to burn our people out, but go ahead and authorize an extra weekend to do data loads and test prep or things like that. But by keeping your sponsors informed about how much consumption you have of that 5-day buffer, for example, you have a better chance of giving them a proactive edge to help you out as project managers. In addition, your team members are more likely to openly share when they're struggling or they need a little extra help, right? Because we're not worried about necessarily, oh, we're all going to get in trouble if we miss this milestone. We're solving the problem collaboratively to protect this milestone. Let me know if you've used something similar to the concept of critical chain buffers or contingencies. I'd also be interested in seeing your ideas for great and helpful KPIs to keep your sponsors fully engaged in supporting your success as project professionals.